Hi, beautiful friends. Laurel here. So I'm going to start off just by sending you a lot of love. I feel like it's been a while since I made a video for you. And so I'm infusing this with all kinds of magic and love and goodness for you. And I'm here today to talk to you about my new class, The Path of Enchantment. And it's my intention to bring you inspiration and love so that whether you sign up for the class or maybe you don't, that you will still receive some upliftment and goodness here. So thank you so much for tuning in and giving me the opportunity to spend this time with you. So as many of you know, I often will talk about the duality that I experience being a practitioner, which is when I call in the angels and God and I let the light flow in, and then also my earth girl. And my earth girl, I get overwhelmed, I get anxious, I get crabby, like all the human things. We're divine beings having a human experience. And sometimes we're very, very human. And I am not immune from that. And so there's times when I feel disconnected from my magic. I don't actually really know that I'm disconnected. I just find that I'm like a bit crabby and tired and worn out. And I think all of my magic has gone away somewhere and I don't know what to do. And then luckily for me, I get to do this work. And so I plug right back in because I never have a problem plugging in when it comes time to teach classes or facilitate sessions for people. That's why I call in the light and I do a prayer whenever I start working because it just connects me back to source. And so the Path of Enchantment, the class I am bringing to you, is to help you reconnect with your magic, whether you're new to this work or you've been doing it for years. I want you to think of this as something that's going to help you replenish, remember who you are, and I've also incorporated some of my favorite themes and tools that help me on my path. Some of them are going to be familiar to you, others might be new to you for the first time. So we're going to start off where we always start off in most of my classes, which is connecting you with your angels, your beautiful team of angels who are here with you. We all have this ability to connect with the angelic realms. And so we're going to start off there, home base, hometown, home team, and we're going to spend some time with the angels. Week 2, I'm bringing you a theme that I have not taught about in a long time, but is awesome, which is exploring the fairy realm. You may not have heard me talk a lot about fairies unless you've had a session with me, because quite often the fairies, and especially those of you who have fairy essence in you, I haven't talked about it a lot in terms of my public teaching platform, but the fairies and the fairy realm are so powerful. They bring in a beautiful connection with nature. They bring in an ability to come into lightness of spirit, which doesn't mean that they're always light and happy and airy fairy. They're also very serious stewards of Mother Earth and all of the nature beings. But we're going to help you understand more about and connect with the fairy realm. And this is going to be especially powerful for those of you who are related to the fairy archetype. So we'll go through what all of that means in the class. And then on week 3, we're going to come into nature's mystical wisdom. So this isn't just going to be like go outside and listen to the birds. You know, there are many spiritual paths that celebrate our connection with nature. If you think about the shamanic path, if you think about Wicca, if you think about many other spiritual modalities that remind us of our sacred connection with the magic of nature and Mother Earth. So whether you work with flower essences, whether you're growing heirloom tomatoes in your garden, whether you like to go for long walks with big old growth trees, we're going to be focusing on we're going to be focusing on how our connection with the magic of nature can help restore our own magical connections. And then in week 5, we're going to be connecting with ancient wisdom. We are divine, wise beings, and many of us have echoes, memories, if you will, of ancient wisdom. And so sometimes these are the modalities we seek to learn. And so we're going to be talking about what is your connection with ancient wisdom, what seeks to connect with you. And then in week 5, we go to the well of inspiration. How is inspiration calling to you? And especially after our 5 weeks together, it may be calling to you in some new ways. We're going to be talking about how you can amplify and better cultivate your connection with the well of inspiration. And then in week 6, I'm calling it the mystery box because I don't know yet what it's going to be. Whether we explore what it means to be in the mystery or there's going to be a completely different theme that is revealed to us, we will discover together. So this is a 6-week class. We're going to be meeting on Mondays via Zoom. It's a small group. Almost always my classes are below 10 people. So if you are looking for a place where you can show up and be loved, supported, witnessed, and inspired, I invite you to join me. It would be a blessing. And in the meanwhile, my beautiful friend, there's a lot of stuff going on. The energy's been crazy. I think I have taken more naps in the past 2 weeks than I have in the past 2 years. Lots going on, and I want to remind you to please take good care of yourself. If you're feeling tired, if you're feeling the heaviness of things, it's not just you. And so take out your spiritual toolbox. Find the things. Sorry, I'm taking out my phone so I can turn it off. Find the things that inspire your heart. Find those moments of enchantment. And anything can be enchantment. It's our perception that amplifies it for us. For instance, the other day I was outside. My husband has been tending to a blackberry bush that we planted a year or 2 ago. And I was picking blackberries. And I was in the enchantment of that moment. And my fingers were getting stained purple. And I was eating them as I was picking them and tasting the flavors just exploding. And I became present to the enchantment of that experience. So something that could be perceived as ordinary also is filled with magic if we allow ourselves to become present to it. So in the Path of Enchantment, we're also going to be opening up our perception so that we can become more present to how magic and inspiration and love and enchantment are seeking to dance with us. So it'd be my blessing and honor to support you. I love you very much. Just a reminder, I do still have my podcast, Sleepy Bedtime Blessings. I just posted my 173rd episode. So I just really want to acknowledge that. That's a lot of content. You may not even know that I'm out there publishing it, but each episode is an hour long. I usually start off with the first 15 to 20 minutes of speaking about some kind of spiritual concept and connecting you with the angels. And then we go into story time. And each episode's about an hour long, so you have lots of time to rest and relax. You don't have to fall asleep if you don't want to. You can use it during your waking hours. But just want to let you know that I'm still here podcasting for you. So I love you, and we'll talk again soon. Thank you so much. You be well.